the comic BF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and this time we are taking a look at an updated video of how Selena and Benny Blanco are doing. So as always, if you enjoy these readings, please give it a like. It really does support my page. Hey to my regulars. Hey besties. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're seeing this on Friday, then I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. But in this reading, we took a look at how Benny and Selena are doing nowadays. Also got some information on her feelings with Justin and the Hailey situation. Obviously, that was going to come up. And I also got a little bit of concerning messages in regards to her mental health. So I'm definitely going to need my mega fans to help me in the comments down below understand what's going on. So if you'd like, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the wait right now is about 7 to 10 days. So the sooner the better. Facebook, Instagram, or email, and I'll let you know how that works. But yeah, this reading was a little concerning to me, but it wasn't the worst couple that I've read. Y'all know that these celebrity couples are killing me, y'all. But without further ado, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it there, and let's get into it. All right, besties, so let's take a look at the cards. How are Benny and Selena doing nowadays? I feel like Selena feels like Benny is the calm in her storm. Like I can see her like battling her bipolar, battling, you know, the stressors of being, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. They're always complaining. It's giving me the vibe of like, you're the calm in my storm. You bring me down when I'm, yeah, because I'm hearing the song You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban. It's like you center me. So their relationship didn't look good in the beginning, but maybe something shifted. So let's check this out. Strength and, yeah. Huh. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I think that they're actually pretty good right now. I think that they're just enjoying their time. It's giving me the same energy as like Kim Kardashian when she dated Pete, but it's not like, I think Selena wants this to be, you know, endgame, obviously. She's more the mushy-gushy type. But it feels free-flowing is the only way I know how to explain it. I think communication is pretty decent right now. I think they're just kind of enjoying where they're at. This feels like we're not rushing anything. We're just enjoying each other. I'm actually kind of shocked, to be real with you. Considering how many toxic celebrity couples we've read, this is not that bad. Seems like we're leaning on each other. This feels like we're just getting to, yeah, I'm hearing the song Getting to Know You, getting to know all about you. So, okay, not bad. So far, so good. Dude, I'm telling you, some people, she's dignitized. I gotta tell you that much. I think the sex is good. You know what I see more so? Like, all right, I'm not fully seeing them have sex, but they're showing me like scenes from movies. It's giving me the vibe of like their intimacy is good. Like their sexual chemistry. Like it's almost giving me the vibe, like they're not really putting me in it, but they're putting me in the energy of it. It's okay. Now remember, y'all, sex does not equal intimacy. I want to make that very clear because a lot of times, especially with women that have a anxious attachment style, they'll think they should have sex earlier because it'll get them like, you know, more intimate, but men can still run, and whoever's a runner, it doesn't always have to be a man. But I am feeling like they feel bonded over their sex life. Like I almost feel like I'm Selena and Benny's touching my face while we're, you know, and he's kissing me, and I just think that their intimacy during sex is very nice. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, why though? I think they've had their share of arguments already. But I almost see Selena being like, it's really not that bad. Let's talk it out. Let's move forward, especially with that Ace of Swords there. I do think they have arguments, and then I think they sometimes allegedly might work it out with sex. So like when all else fails and it's stubborn versus stubborn, I think they kind of fuck it out, to be honest with you. But I do feel like there have already been moments where they've thought about breaking up. because of arguments. But for some reason, I think their sexual chemistry or the intimacy or something is just keeping them together. I need more information. Okay. Okay, why? Can't move. You know what yeah. I'm hearing cat and mouse game. You know what this feels like? Okay. I knew I spoke too soon, especially when I saw the intimacy and sex. I was like, that's usually a red flag. That's because it is. I think they have a game of runner chaser. So allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I think that Selena gets in her head sometimes, and then she'll like project onto him, like, I think you're doing this, I think you're doing whatever. And then he'll shut down. And then she'll be like, oh my God, no, I'm so sorry. I'm losing my mind. You know, I mean, she's admitted that she has bipolar disorder. So this isn't shocking energy for me, where it's like you're on your high and you're going hard, but then you crash and then you're emotional and you're sad and you're different. So I feel like she has like bouts where she might want to like end the relationship because of something that, honestly, I don't think it's that deep, especially with him showing up upright. That means that he's not being methodical or anything. If anything, I think it's I think they're both getting triggered in their ego, because you got two people that are alphas. Selena, believe it or not, is an alpha. I mean, I don't think that she chose that life. The life chose her. Whereas Benny, he's a man. He's a producer. He's got alpha energy. It just is what it is. I think they bump heads a lot. And I think that they have a tendency of being like, well, if you don't want it, I'm out of here. If you don't like it, I can go. Like, it's giving me a lot of like, when they bicker, they might do it the wrong way. So if y'all do it like this is toxic and you need to figure out why you're doing it. But it's just giving me this vibe of like, when we fight, we might say things that like, technically you shouldn't be able to come back from, but I think they do, because it's just with all this, the Lovers in reverse, 8 of Cups, but in reverse, which is walking away. So breaking up, but not breaking up. So it's giving me like threatening to break up. Look at all that with the 7 of Coins, it's like, look at all that I've put into this already. And with the World in reverse, it's like not willing to close this cycle. So I think they have bouts where they fight, threaten to leave, and then that's probably why I was drawn to the sex life. I think they have fights. One threatens to leave the other. Both of them do this. And then they work it out with sex. You know what it's reminding me of? If anybody has seen the series After on Netflix, the movies, if you're into rom-coms, they're toxic as all hell and they should not be together. It's a trauma bond. But it's kind of reminding me of that. It's like, you're my piece of shit kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It's like, I know that you're not your best, but you're my best kind of vibe. So it's like when Selena acts out, Benny gets defensive and then threatens to leave, and then they either talk it out or they have sex and they fuck it out. And then Selena, you know, it's vice versa. I feel like they both have obviously, I mean, Selena's has been very open about her mental health. So I just feel like they're constantly triggering each other and then threatening to leave. And then rinse, wash, repeat. Burden not worth having. What? Yeah, I think sometimes Selena gets into her head a little bit too much. I think her mental health, because I know I got a couple of comments, but not enough for me to make a whole video on it. Is there talks that there's something wrong with her mental health or something? Because I remember I saw that in my comments if you guys wanted me to look into that. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, with the Sun in reverse, and Justice in reverse, and the 10 of Wands in reverse, I kind of feel like Selena's going through something right now. Maybe I did a reading on her when I caught her in a low. I'm not sure, because I had a family member with bipolar, so I know what this energy's like. It feels like she has days where she's like bedbound. Like, don't want to leave, don't want to talk. I'll push away everything. I'll destroy everything. I'll ruin everybody's life. Just don't. It's the low lows of bipolar. This is not really shocking for me. If you've known someone with bipolar, their highs are high, but their lows are also really low. And I think that because I'm seeing like Jekyll and Hyde energy. So I think there is, you know what? They both kind of have, I'm sorry that I'm struggling with this reading, because it's a lot of like, it's reminding me of like mutable energy. Like Sag, Virgo, it's kind of wishy-washy. So it's hard for me to like, because I feel like on some days they're fucking great, which is why they have those really cute photos and you're like, wow, like they actually look like they're pretty good. But I feel like, yeah, because I'm seeing like hot and cold. Yeah, I'm hearing Katy Perry, hot and cold. I feel like they have really, really good days and then they have really, really bad days, which is why like this couple that's in Hollywood in particular is not breaking up, because when it's good, it's really good. But when it's bad, it's really bad. Like I can just see Selena having like a switch flip and then just being like, get away from me. I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to be around anybody. Anybody get the fuck away from me. And then just being depressed in her bed. And I see Benny being like frustrated and being like, how do I get through to her? And then getting pissed off and then walking away. And then when she comes back too, it's like, Benny, no, like I'm going through some shit. And then it's just like, I'm leaning on you. You're leaning on me. Both of us aren't good. I don't really know what's going on with him per se, because I don't know his story, but he just kind of has an avoidant energy to me. But I feel like Selena just, again, bipolar disorder. So I know this energy all too well, unfortunately. I think when things are good, she kind of ends up being a little bit reactive. So it's almost like I feel like Benny kind of brings a sense of calmness in her life. I don't think she's used to that. Obviously, we've looked at the readings with Justin. I'll try to remember to link them, but just, search my name and Justin Bieber, you'll find it. But it's just giving me this vibe of like, when things are calm, when things are really, really good, I think that she might have it. You know how like, okay, this is the way Spirit's giving me an example. When you're cheated on, a bunch of times, right? You work on yourself, you're out of a relationship for a while, and then you get into a new relationship. That wound is still kind of there. So then like you're looking for shit that's not there. Do you know what I'm saying? So like imagine, Selena and Justin Bieber, we've done the looks on that, and Bieber was really chaotic and she had to worry about his mental health. I feel like Benny's more, he's giving me like Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen, stoner vibes, just want to chill, do nothing, life ain't that big a deal. Like that's the vibe. And I feel like with Selena, everything's a very big deal. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song I'm Sprung, but I heard High Strung instead. So I feel like when he's cool, calm, and collected, I think she overanalyzes and she gets kind of aggressive because it's like, what's going on? Something's wrong. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Oh my God, something's wrong. She's an overthinker. It just is what it is. And I think that's when things kind of get chaotic. And it's almost like I see Benny, like they're showing it to me in a symbol. It's like Benny's trying to hug the sun. And as he gets closer to the sun, he gets burned. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. It's like, remember, I'll try to remember to link the video, but I don't remember which one it is. I got that from a soul perspective. It was like Selena unconsciously brought in Benny to help re-trigger the old Justin Bieber wound so that she could heal from him. That's what's happening right now. She's getting triggered because she was used to taking care of Justin. She was used to worrying about all his triggers. Benny is not someone who needs to be taken care of. Benny's just like a bro. He's a dude bro. You know what I mean? He's like, let me smoke my joint. Let me chill, write some music. Let me do what I gotta do. Like, that's the vibe. And Justin's like, like, like a car with no brakes headed down a hill. Like that's Justin Bieber. So Selena's getting triggered by the calmness. She's getting triggered by Benny just wanting to go with the flow, because this is why, y'all, I talk so much about knowing where you came from, where those wounds come from, because you could fuck up a good thing if you don't work on it. And now all the Justin Bieber wounds are coming out of her right now, and probably, celebrity wounds as well, where it's like, be careful what you wish for with that 9 of Cups in reverse, because now her relationships are becoming triggering because, and I've said this in other videos, think about when you have a wound, right? Like say you have a gash on your arm and you put on, I don't because I'm a little bitch, but what is it? Rubbing alcohol or the one that burns, right? You put it in the wound and it's like, oh my God, that stings, but it's supposed to heal you. I would describe Benny's love towards Selena as that rubbing alcohol or that whatever, it's peroxide. I don't remember which one because ever since I was a child, won't let nobody touch me with that shit. But that's the vibe. It's like Selena's getting wounded because Benny's actually kind of chill. Like, I don't think he's an end game type of boyfriend, but I do think he's healthier than Justin, for sure. I think he's more chill. Let's just go with the flow. Let's just have a good time. It's like dating your bro. Like, not brother, but like dating a bro. You know what I mean? And like, for me, that sounds like a pretty solid choice. My only worry with him in the beginning was like, I feel like he's going to get triggered by how big she is. But the thing is, she's kind of like falling into him right now. So that trigger hasn't really been triggered as much because she's all about Benny right now. So Benny's just kind of like soaking in the love. And I don't think he doesn't like her. I think he's just like, yeah, got it. Like her. It's cool. We're having a good time. But I do think that he gets the ick when she gets triggered, and she gets triggered because of old Justin wounds. Yeah, it's like when love is actually given to me, I cause a problem because I'm out of my comfort zone. So it's giving me that toxic couple of like when it's good, it's amazing, but when it's bad, it's really bad. Like there's no in between. So I think the pictures that we see, because I did look them up in advance for my thumbnail, I think those pictures where they look really fucking happy, I think that's real. I don't think that's a fake or a front. No, you guys know me. I would tell you if it's a front, 99% of the time it is. With this one, no, but I do think it's more of a trauma bond. I think it needs to happen though, because I think Selena needs to see that not all men are destructive as bad as Justin was. And I think this will help heal her in the long run. I don't buy that they'll be together forever, but I do feel that in a weird way, he is healing for her. Yeah, I think she's afraid of people taking control over her, abusing her, not physically, but just, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like I don't want to get got, basically, for lack of a better term. It's like I know in this industry men have taken advantage of me, aka Beebs. I don't want that to happen again. So I think that she has a tendency when love is given to her to act out. I've seen this with my clients. I've seen this with everyday people. This is normal. This is why we need to heal our shit before we get into a relationship. But I do feel with her being upright next to the afraid of being abused of power, I do feel like she has moments when she's triggered and he does back off. Because with that King of Coins, it kind of tells me that, like, I lean into my career when you feel uncomfortable. So, like, say she's having a moment, right? And she's all sorts of triggered. I could see Benny also being triggered because, again, when you're coming in with a bunch of triggers, this is going to happen. But I see him being like, all right, well, you tell me when you're good. I'm going to go to the studio. Like, it's kind of giving me that vibe. So I almost feel like Selena's kind of like waiting for the shoe to drop where there won't be one. Like, I'm not saying that Benny's the greatest dude ever. I just think he's not as problematic as what she's used to. So it's almost kind of giving me the Taylor Swift vibe where it's like she has the potential to fuck up a good thing because, like I've said in a million videos, if you grew up in chaos, if you're used to chaos, if chaos is what you know, then when something good comes along, you'll have a tendency to fuck it up because it will feel foreign. And so you'll be like, what is this? Is this a trick? Yada, yada. And I feel like that's what Selena's going through right now. It's like trying to learn that, yeah, because I'm hearing the song You Can Count on Me by Bruno Mars. It's like I'm trying to learn how to let love in. And with that Ace of Cups being upright, I feel like he means well. He does. I heard simp in my mind, so I do feel like he's kind of just meh. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because I'm hearing, I'm just saying you could do better. But, I think he's good for this phase of her life because she gives me the kind of like when things are hard, she's going to have a brat energy. You don't need brat versus brat, right? You need someone who's going to be like, you know what, fuck this. Let me know when you're back to reality. And I feel like that's where Benny's at, whereas with Justin, I feel like she couldn't even have a bratty moment because she was too busy being the mom to Justin. So now it's like she's kind of, you know what it's reminding me of? It's like a feral cat that you adopt into your house. Like, it's not going to lay on your lap the first day, but it'll slowly learn to trust you. That's kind of Selena with Benny right now. It's like, I have days where I want you to pet me because I'm the cat, right? I have days where I want you to pet me. I feel at home. I feel safe. But then I have days where I want to run away because I'm terrified and this is foreign to me. That's kind of where Selena's at right now. Huh. Is she writing an album right now? Because, like, I almost see her using what she's learned to write more music. Because with that Queen of Coins is, like, creating money for my business. Queen of Swords, when I dropped that, I saw her, like, writing. Does she, forgive me, y'all are going to yell at me in the comments, I know. Does she write her own music? I don't know. Forget. I don't know, but it's giving me the vibe of like being inspired because I'm seeing like Taylor Swift and how every time she has a breakup, she writes music. I'm kind of seeing that. It's like what's happened to me in the past. I almost wonder if she's going to write music either about Bieber or hinting to Bieber, or it's going to be something along the lines of like healing from the trauma of the past, and we'll kind of know that it's alluding to her relationship. Also something to do with like being in the spotlight as well. I kind of feel that, and finding home. So, and I also think that because I'm hearing the song, I want to thank you for giving me time to breathe. So I feel like she also is grateful to Benny because it's like you're reteaching me what home is supposed to feel like. Again, I do feel like Benny is a stepping stone. I don't feel like he's endgame, but I do feel like she might be writing music right now because with that Page of Pentacles is like, it's like I'm creating something, but with it in the reverse, it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, but it's hidden from the eye right now. Because I'm hearing like, not done, not yet, not yet. So I do think that she's being inspired by the situations going on right now. Because you know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like Ariana's freaking album where it's like she's half talking about Ethan, half talking about Dalton. It's kind of giving me that vibe where it'd be like kind of talking about Justin, kind of talking about Benny. So I wonder if is she coming out with an album? Do we know anything about that? Because that's kind of the vibe of this row. It's like how I was treated in the past wasn't right, and now I'm learning how to come home, whether that's to myself or whether that's with another man. It's just kind of giving me the vibe of like, ooh, let me throw money at this. I'm inspired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think she's writing behind closed doors, whatever the fuck. Yeah, work. Yeah, maybe about breakups and grief and how, putting time into stuff that didn't really pay off with that Knight of Coins in reverse. It's like, when that slow and steady growth just doesn't. Because it's giving me the vibe of like when a CEO puts like $1 million in and then it bankrupts. Like it's kind of giving me that vibe. So I almost wonder if she's going to write music about Bieber. Because this is work. Emperor is someone that has control over you. It's in the reverse, so that's a negative. It could also be daddy issues too. And I've seen in multiple readings with Selena that she's got daddy issues. So she could even bring up family with the Emperor and that 4 wands there. She might bring up, like mental health issues, where it came from, stuff like that. So she might be writing an album right now, y'all. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know. Have we heard anything? I Google the weather. That's pretty much all I Google. That and zodiac signs. Yeah. 10 of coins is stability. 6 of coins is a contract. Behind closed doors with that temperance in reverse. 8 of wands is slow. Hermit, out of my comfort zone. I feel like she's trying to write music that's like, because I'm hearing the song Listen to Your Heart. So it's giving me the vibe of like, I want to tell my story. Yeah, because I'm seeing like Britney Spears when she talked, when she first talked, when we first heard her, like at the court. It's kind of giving me that same vibe, especially with that Knight of Wands remind me of Britney. It's like, I want to get back into, I feel like Selena wants another run. Has she been out of the spotlight? Y'all, I really don't know. But it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, I want another run at this. I want to put myself out there. I feel like she's been having a battle between like her mental health in general and career. Like, I feel like the reason, well, obviously besides to help others, I feel like part of the reason she's brought it out is to release herself from the burden, but also so that when she disappears, people don't wonder, because it's like, it's bad enough I'm going through this. I don't want to talk about it when it's hard. So I think she goes through bouts where like she doesn't want to do anything. She's depressed, don't want to leave her bed, all of that. I think Benny's already had to see this and deal with this. Not in a negative way, but he's been a part of it. And I think that when she's alone and she gets out of that like darkness, I think she gets inspired, because I almost see her like in bed being depressed, and like after a few days, you shake it off. Yeah, because I'm hearing Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. And then I see her like writing in bed. So I don't know if she's going to put out a banger, but it kind of feels that way. I don't know if she's going to release it because it's coming from like a really, yeah, because I'm hearing, what is it, Christina Aguilera, When Will My Reflection Show Who I Am Inside? It's kind of giving me that vibe where it's like I want people to understand me, which I've been seeing from all the celebrities. So it's really not shocking. I think right now she wants to turn all of her pain into another album. So if you guys haven't heard anything, it seems like it's in the works. Yeah, it's like I've been putting on a mask for a while. I want you guys to understand me. Out of my comfort. I think if we don't get this, it'll be because she's really like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song So Sick by Neo. She's really tired of being, what I'm hearing is like a third wheel to Justin and Hailey. So I think there's something here where it's like, I'm kind of waiting for the right time because I'm tired of always being caught up in their marriage with that 3 of Wands in the reverse. It's 3 as a crowd. And that 4 of Swords is like, I'm out of my comfort zone. And it's like, I don't want to be seen with that King of Wands. It's like, I don't want to be seen as the bully anymore. I don't want to be seen as feeling like I am part of this anymore. Although the 7 of Swords is reminding me of like how there was some sort of blind item where apparently Selena like liked something that alluded to something negative towards Hailey. I don't remember what that is. And it's reminding me of when Kendal like unintentionally made a joke about eyebrows or something. Like, I feel like she does have moments, allegedly, in front of time purposes only, no facts here. I feel like she has moments where, like, she's in bed and she's depressed. Maybe she had a fight with Benny, whatever, had a drink or two. Because I almost see her, like, drinking in bed. Does she drink? Didn't she get a kidney transplant? Why do I see her drinking? Whatever, not my place. Because I almost see her, like, drinking in bed, being pissed, and looking at, like, Justin and Hailey. Yeah, because it's giving me like because I'm being drawn to my other reading where I mentioned like, you ever been a drunk bitch that's whining on Facebook and then the next day you're like, oh God, why'd I write that? It's kind of giving me that vibe. I feel like, allegedly, no facts here, Selena has moments where she gets upset because she's triggered because of the love Benny's trying to give to her, and then she gets angry, and then she tunnels to Justin, and then that makes her go down like a social media rabbit hole, and now she's looking at pictures from like 5 years ago. Now she's looking at Hailey and Justin, and then all the emotions are coming up because, again, remember how I said in that other reading, it feels like karmically Benny came in to make all of this shit. Like, I'm seeing like stuck chakras, like clogged chakras, and I'm seeing her looking at pictures of Justin and Hailey, and I'm seeing them like starting to move because now I'm dealing with the emotions. Now I'm dealing with the anger. Now I'm dealing with the sadness. So I do feel like some of those blind items where it's like Hailey's jealous, or no, where Selena's jealous of Hailey or she's hating on her, I think she does, but it's giving me the vibe of like, I want to hate on her in the privacy of my own home. I don't want people to know about this because I don't want everybody to hate on her too. I'm just having a bad night. Like, okay, have you ever, because I know most of you are women. I've looked at the demographics on my page. Have you ever like had a breakup that was bad? You know, the guy treated you like shit, or girl, whatever. Change the genders to fit it, right? You have a relationship, really painful, and you wouldn't want them back because you knew it was toxic, but you have days where you're like, it's your fault I'm like this. It's your fault. I don't trust people. It's your fault. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, you get into that headspace, right? And then you check their Facebook, and then you see they're dating someone else, and then you get into your head and you're like, why them? Why are you good to them? And you know, like, they're going to get the same version of that man that you did. Like, they didn't change, but you still get into your feelings and you get into your head. And I think that's what Selena does when she has her lows. She gets into this moment where it's like, fucking Justin did all this shit to me and I can't even take love from Benny and blah, blah, blah. And I think she goes on social media and she creeps because we all do it. It's normal because she's healing. But I think she like unintentionally likes something and she unintentionally like comments on something. And then she gets caught and then it's like, fuck. Because it's like, I don't want them to hate Hailey. I'm just having a moment. Like, that's the vibe. Does that make sense? And for anybody that's like, where is she getting this? I don't see it in the cards. I channel more than I read the cards, y'all. So I'm getting it from here. But anyway, yeah. So I think that's why when those blind items come up and people are like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, Selena's like, please be nice to these guys. But then behind closed doors, she might like something that's anti-Hailey. It's because she's having a bad mental health day in her bed, drinking wine, having moments. You know what I mean? Although, is she drinking? Because didn't she have it? Whatever. Not my place, but you shouldn't be doing that. I'm pretty positive you shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, let's move on. Anything else, Spirit? This seems pretty black and white for me. I feel like she's trying to write a new album. I feel like she's battling her mental health right now. I don't know what's going on with that, but I feel like she's having a hard time. And I think it's got a lot to do with the Justin triggers coming up. Yeah, lack of self-care, I think she binges the internet a little too much, too. With that Page of Wands in reverse is like creeping social media. 6 of Swords, social media. The Empress is lack of self-love. So it's like when I'm suffering, just like I said before I pulled these cards, when I'm suffering, I creep. And then notice how this guy is like taking care of a kid. It's like, this gives me like mommy daddy issues right here. It's like I'm suffering because I don't know how to nurture myself and no one else has ever nurtured me. And so on bad days, I creep. Like, that's just the vibe. I mean, we've all done it. Page of Cups. Yeah, it's Justin. Yeah, I think that when she gets real, real low, Like real low. I'm telling you guys, you will never see them get back together. Yeah, the moment I just said that, I heard Taylor Swift's never, ever, ever getting back together. Anyway, I think she has moments. We all have moments of weakness, y'all. Don't tell me you've never had a moment where you're like, I miss him, but I would never, ever, ever. You know what I mean? That's the vibe. This is Justin. This is the moon, what's hidden. 10 of Cups in reverse. We could have had it all. It literally says emotionally incomplete. And it's giving me the vibe of, again, you fucked up everything. I was in love with you. Everybody keeps bringing you up. I never get to move on from you. I'm telling you, Benny was brought into her life to trigger these Justin wounds right out of her. Because the moon is what's hidden, right? It's our subconscious. Think of your triggers, because when you get triggered, they're still controlling you, right? Like, you're not going to get triggered if you've worked on whatever it is you get the point. So I think that she creeps on Justin, and it's almost like her way of purging old emotions. Like, I see her sacral chakra, and it's like it's clogged, and then I get upset, and I creep at Justin being married, and it's like, how dare you? Like, we were supposed to have that family. How dare you? But it's not like I want you. It's like, you fucked this up. You know what I mean? It's giving me the vibe of like, I don't know how to explain. I hope you guys are getting it, because I know Selena fans are going to be like, oh my God, maybe they'll get back to... No. And you don't want that for her, and you don't want that for him. They both need very strong mental health solutions for their problems. They both have PTSD. You're not going to convince me that they don't, specifically Justin. But with Selena, she's got some hella trauma. So I don't know, y'all. But I do feel like she creeps on his shit from time to time, and it's like, fuck you. You're the reason I'm like this. You're the reason I don't have a family right now. You're like, it's just giving me like tunnel vision. It's your fault. Like, and honestly, I saw that coming, because I was like, this feels like Benny was brought into her life to re-trigger it. I mean, they are literally the same sign. Benny and Justin are both Pisces. They were both friends. I mean, can you get even closer to re-triggering an old wound? Intuition. Yeah, I told you. She knew it can't work. The 3 coins in reverse, 3 pentacles in reverse is not going to work. It's over, the death card. But I think she still goes back to the memories. Yeah, releasing the heartbreak. I feel like this is her healing in its own... We've all done it. Don't even tell me you haven't creeped on an ex before to just motherfuck him in your own privacy of your own home. That's kind of the vibe. It's like, I'm releasing my heartbreak. You were manipulative towards me. But with this King of Swords, it's giving me the vibe of like, even though it hurts you, set me free. Because look at that justice on the King of Swords. I think she's sitting here and she's seeing how Hailey's being treated, how the media is treating their relationship. I see, yeah, because you know what I'm being shown is how fucking Ben Affleck slammed the door on J-Lo. It's kind of giving me that vibe. It's like, that could have been my life. So I think she's having double moments where it's like, we could have had it all, but then at the same time, it's like, I see how you treated Hailey. I dodged a bullet. So it's like, you know, you're just kind of reflecting, seeing everything that's going on. Yeah, so that's where Selena's at right now. What's the back deck? Fuck's sake. Yeah, I feel like Benny's getting the grunt of this. I don't think they're going to last forever, because I feel like Selena's a little unhinged because she's getting triggered. Like I said, it's like a lesser version of Justin. It's Justin without the triggers, a little more masculine. Not saying that, you know, Justin's, you know, he's just softer than Benny is. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Benny's chart had more earth and fire placements than Justin. Maybe Justin has a lot more water placements. I don't know, water and air. But I feel like Benny's more grounded. So I feel like he has moments where he's like, I don't know if I want to do this. Because that 5 of Wands is screaming conflict. And look, in this 5 of Wands, there's only 2 hands. It's only 2 people fighting in that 5 of Wands. So even though there's other people involved, like the media and shit like that, at the end of the day, it's just them, right? And that tower is like what's supposed to fall down. So I do feel like Benny's having moments where it's like, is this worth it? Is this worth the trauma, the drama, the bullshit? I feel like Benny's just... I'm not saying that he's a great guy. I'm just saying he's chill. He's very... But it wouldn't shock me if he's chill, because he just never dealt with any of his emotions, period. It gives me emotionally avoidant. So if you're someone who's emotionally avoidant and you're dating someone who's not only anxiously attached, but going through trauma, you're going to be even more avoidant, because it's like, what the fuck? Emotions, run. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the vibe, especially with this Chariot. I think he has this feeling that, like, at least for right now, this will make me look good. This will help me with opportunities, which, you know, guys, are we shocked when you could date a billionaire celebrity? Of course that's going to happen, right? So I think that he's kind of riding this out. I think when the bad days come, he's like, but this looks good for me, but this helps my career, but this blah, blah, blah. And then when things are good, he's like, I'm glad I stuck around. You know what I mean? So it's not the healthiest. I'm not going to lie. But if it makes you feel any better, it seems like Selena's kind of wearing the pants because Benny's just kind of holding on for dear life. It's funny because my wallpaper changed to a jellyfish today. I have an app that minimizes my app usage. But anyway, and I was wondering, because it felt significant, which usually doesn't. Selena's the jellyfish. It's like she's being pulled in every different direction. She can't manage her emotions. Is she going to therapy? Because for someone who talks about mental health so much, it doesn't seem like anything's being fixed. It seems like she's leaning. Do we know if she's drinking? Because I keep getting images of her drinking. And I thought she had a kidney donation. So what the fuck? But whatever. It's not my place. Juggling, release. Yeah, I think he has moments when he's vulnerable and he wants to save her. And then he has moments where he's like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. And then he has moments where he's like, well, it'll make for money. So yeah, it's a trauma bond. It's probably a karmic relationship. I don't think it's meant to last forever. It could be worse. It could definitely be better. I hope this is teaching y'all what not to do. Like, look, even my deck is having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. Everybody's having a hard time. My deck never has as much of a hard time. But I think this goes to show you what Selena's going through right now. I think this is why we don't really... I just feel like she was more in the public back in the day than she is now. And I feel like it's because she's... It's almost like what I'm seeing is like an ocean, right? And you know, like surfing, you're waiting for that perfect like wave. I'm seeing that wave and it's like it's overcoming her and it's her emotions, but it's got to come out. And then once it comes out, the water's going to be calm. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. It's like she's being triggered and things are coming up and the relationship is giving me chaotic, for lack of a better word. But I'm going to finish this with love oracles. All right, so let's see any final messages we could get in regards to Selena and Benny. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Thank you to everybody that likes my video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. And let me know down in the comments what I'm missing, because y'all know. Sabotage, rebuilding, persistence, in the reverse. Yeah, I think they have moments where they're good, and then they have moments where they're real bad. It's like high highs, low lows, which... bipolar, it's not shocking. Is she not taking medication or something? Because it just seems like she's like this. And I know there is a medication that kind of makes you a little bit more. So is she not on meds? What's going on? Sort of. Yeah, I'm telling you, they have communication issues when she gets triggered. And I think she threatens to leave. And then it's like, they're both runner chaser energies, but they switch. It's really fucking weird. It's like when one wants to run, the other one chases, and then when they switch, they switch. So it's like Selena's triggered, I don't want to do this anymore. Benny's trying to win her back over. Benny's triggered, he's like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. Selena's trying to win him back over. So this is why it's so complicated, because it's like when it's good, it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. It's like literally the definition of bipolar, and it's just like right on top of their relationship. I think it's kind of her bipolar doesn't feel like it's being monitored the way that it should. Not judging at all. I'm not judging. I'm simply saying I don't think she's in the best mental health place that she could be. And that's a bummer because we all want that for her. And I think that the Justin thing's also overwhelming her right now. I think she's fucking tired about it. Yeah, because I'm hearing the old needs dead and gone. It's like I don't want to hear about it anymore. But then she has moments and then she, creeps like we all do. We're human, But, yeah. Oh my God, it's like I fucking said that. But it's in the reverse. And you know why it's in the reverse? Because when one runs, the other chases, and then they switch. They both switch. So they both do it. It's like they're both... I don't know what his trauma is. But at least with her, it's like, I want you when you're not good to me. But when you're good to me, it's triggering me. So what do you want? Get away from me. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why you shouldn't serial date. Because what if you actually got a good one the next time around? You're going to project onto them, right? And I'm not saying that he's good, but I do feel he's better than Justin was. But I don't love this. I don't love this. And then yeah. But it's in the reverse. I'm telling you, I think they both threaten each other. It just feels like You know what? I'm sick of your like, I could see Benny being like, I'm sick of you being so emotional and over the top and I'm fucking done. And then her being like, wait, babe, no, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just going through my emotions and I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. And then like, I don't know, Spirit, give me an example for Benny. I think Benny's just chilling, to be honest with you. I think he wants to leave when she's emotional, and I think she wants to leave when she thinks he's up to something, but he's actually not really up to anything. Like, it doesn't feel like he's the type that's cheating. I don't think he has a wandering eye. I think he's a bro's bro. Like, that's the only way I know how to describe this. I think he's the type that, like, always wants to chill with his dudes. Does he smoke weed? Because it's giving me, like, blunt smoking type of energy. Like, it's giving me, like, I'm seeing the... Oh my God, it always goes viral on Reels. The scene from Joe Rogan's podcast where like him and a bunch of dudes are like dancing. It's like going viral on TikTok Reels or Instagram Reels. But it's giving me that. It's like, I just want to vibe with the dudes, bro. Like that's, I would describe Benny's energy as that. So I don't know. I feel like he kind of sees her as an opportunity, but then he's very lustful towards her. So I do think that he's into her. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I'm Really Into You. I'm not going to sing it. I don't feel like it. But it's more lusty than love. Not shocked. It's just so unhealthy. Cassette, outdated thinking. Yeah, it's like she's trying to change, but she's stuck. Because the wounds of Justin are being triggered every time Benny gets closer to her. Remember that? How I talked about when you have a wound and then you put the rubbing alcohol on it and ow, it stings, but it's helping you. It's kind of that vibe. Like me being like, no, I will not use that. I will let my shit get infected before you put that on me. I get it, Selena. I get it. The runner in the upright. Look at that. It's like I said that. Look at how they're not facing each other. Both of them are getting triggered. Both of them have outdated thinking. Both of them have days where they want to leave. I don't think Selena wants to leave as much as it's more like you're touching a sensitive part of me. And I don't like that because it's never been touched before. Because, again, when she dated Justin, it was like, I have to be your mom. I don't even get a chance to think about myself. Whereas with Benny, again, he's like the vibe of just chill. All of y'all went to high school, right? You remember the burnouts? Like, that's kind of the vibe. He's got a burnout vibe. It's like, I'm just Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Like, this guy, I'd be shocked if he doesn't smoke weed. He's got stoner energy all over him. But I just feel like he's just here for a good time, not a long time. And I feel like, as much as this relationship is not healthy, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not. I think this is good for Selena because he's the type that's he's not going to say some nasty, cruel shit. I feel like with Justin, when he gets cornered, he says some fuck shit. Like shit you can't come back from. I feel like Benny's more the type that's like, you're being over dramatic. I'm not dealing with your shit. I'm leaving. Like that's kind of the vibe. I feel like Selena needs that because she needs to heal her shit, right? And if someone's projecting on her, then it's going to be like, think of Virgo energy. I'm just overanalyzing fucking everything. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about everything. Whereas with this situation, Benny will bounce and then she's stuck alone with her emotions, which I know we all hate, but that is exactly how you heal when you're alone with your emotions so that you can process and feel and all that shit. So in its own fucked up way, Benny's unintentionally helping her heal, but it's through triggers. This is why karmic relationships, as much as they suck, they're useful because they help us come home to ourselves. Boat. What? Progression, moving on. But it's in the reverse. Yeah, she's struggling. Separation in the reverse. I don't think they're going to break up at all anytime soon. Heartbroken. Yeah, because in its own fucked up way, he heals her. In its own fucked up way. Because you know what? It's giving me like she's the brat, he's brat tamer. Like that's kind of the vibe. It's like she gets into her emotions. He's too chill. So then she flips out because she feels she has the space to flip out. She would have never felt that way with, say, Justin because she was too busy worrying about him. So she's walking on eggshells. Now, Benny's like chill as fuck. So then she gets triggered and she works out all of her shit on him. He runs away and then she's left alone with her emotions and then she has to heal them because she's left alone with them. So, yeah. I don't love it. I don't hate it either because this might help her on the track to healing herself. Yeah, healthy choices in the reverse. I don't think this relationship's healthy. I already said that. The golden mirror in reverse. Self-absorbed narcissist. No. This is in the reverse. Not because anybody's a narcissist. It's because they're mirroring each other's wounds. I had already said that in a prior reading. I could feel it. That's obvious. I think this is pretty much over. Let's move on. Wedding rings in the reverse. Yeah, I don't buy that this is going to be a forever type of relationship. I think eventually one of them is going to get too triggered and run. right now, based on current energy, it could definitely change. But right now, based on the current energy, if they did break up, I guarantee Selena would be like, oh, it was amicable. But I think it feels more like they would be fighting a lot, and Benny would be like, this is too much. I can't do this anymore. And I think Benny would be okay with them being like, it's amicable. I don't think he's the vengeful type. I think he's just like, I think that's why I saw Kim and Pete in the beginning, because it's like, Pete was never angry at Ari. Like, I'm sure his heart was broken, but it wasn't like, he's not the vengeful type. I don't feel like Benny's the vengeful type. Whereas Justin, I feel like Justin was the vengeful type, which is why, again, Selena's getting so damn triggered, because it's like, I don't know if anybody's ever done this, but it's a thing we all do. We chase our parents in relationships. But have you ever been so bad, call myself out here, that you had exes that looked a lot alike? Because that's kind of the vibe. It's like we attract the same type of energy, just in different bodies. So even though Benny and Justin look nothing alike, they're both Pisces. They're both emotionally avoidant. They're both kind of got a fuckboy energy, although Justin's more likely to act on it, whereas Benny's just, it's an energy. If you've been around fuckboy energy, you know what that energy's like. So she unintentionally, because she's not learning a specific lesson, she attracted the same type of energy. It's just a lesser version, because she got to a place where she knew that she deserved better than how vindictive, aggressive, emotionally confrontational Justin was. She said no more to those three things. Those three things did not come again, because she said no. But she didn't say no to trauma bonds, and she didn't say no to overgiving. She didn't say no to any of that stuff. So that's why she has a lesser version of Justin. Does that make sense? So when we heal in steps, because we can't heal it all overnight, right? So as we're dating, if we're not stopping dating, but we are healing, then that's kind of why, you go from super toxic to like not as toxic, but still toxic, because you're lessening the layers. Please tell me in the comments if this is making sense. I really hope it is. So like for Selena, or here, example, Spirit, give me an example. All right, say there's a girl named Sam, right? Sam is dating guys that physically abuse her. One day she goes, enough is enough. I don't want guys that physically abuse me. Never takes physically abusive men back. Now she's attracting emotionally avoidant men that are verbally abusive but not physically abusive, because she's worked through that step, but she hasn't worked through knowing that she deserves to be talked to correctly. Do you see what I'm saying? So Selena is pulling the layers of trauma off of her right now. She was really up there with the Justin thing. Now she's a little bit less with the Benny thing. And then if that breaks up her, then she will have then learned, I don't deserve people that can't handle all sides of me, I guess I would say. Although I think what she really needs to realize is that I'm not okay, so I shouldn't be bringing other people into my life until I am at least. And I'm not saying you have to be perfectly healed in order to be in a relationship, just healed enough that you won't destroy it. You know what I'm saying? And even then, if you get into a relationship where you're at a place where you can destroy it, it's probably going to be a karmic anyway. Yeah, clock. That's giving me the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is a karmic situation that's got to play out. Yeah, this isn't healthy. Look, stability, security, growth in the reverse. This is just meant to teach her. Meant to teach him too, probably. I don't know what's supposed to teach him. Cupid's arrow in reverse. Yeah, I think that, because I keep hearing Katy Perry, Hot and Cold. It's like when they're good, they're good. When they're bad, they're bad. I think that's why they don't break up, because it's like when they're good, they're good. Like I'm telling you, the sex is very intimate. It's not like we're just banging. It's like we're kissing, we're touching, we're loving. There's candles. It's romantic, okay? So I think that's part of why it's easier to stay around. I'm calling the reverse. Yeah, they're meant to trigger the fuck out of each other. I like you in the reverse. I think there's moments when Benny shuts down. I think there's moments when Selena shuts down. They both have that tendency. Again, they mirror the fuck out of each other. I'm just repeating myself at this point. What's it? Paradise, okay. Butterfly. Yeah, it's like, this is reminding me of like chapters in a book. And it's like, Justin, check. Benny, got to heal that karma. And then we move forward. So it's like, she's learning it through her relationships. Thank you. Where she sabotages, where what she wants, what she doesn't want, where she can grow, where she feels held back. She's learning who she is through this relationship. Yeah, I think when they're good, honestly. But I wouldn't ship this personally. I wouldn't ship a lot of relationships though. I'm very picky. I don't want unhealthy. So this is unhealthy to me. Honestly, she could do this work alone, which would be what I would suggest. But, you know, nobody listens to me and she'll never see this. So we're good. But I do think that when it's lighthearted, it's good. I think that's why, like, the happy birthday Instagram posts, those pictures where they look really happy, those were the really good days where triggers were not inflicted. You know what I'm saying? But I don't buy that this is forever. I buy that this is for a season and to heal some old ish. But yeah, soulmate in the reverse. This is a karmic. I think there's love there. I think they love each other. I don't think they're in love. I don't think that Selena knows what love is. I'm not really getting much from Benny because he just gives me stoner energy, and I just don't think that it really matters that much because that's probably not what y'all are here for anyway. But yeah, with healing, that just describes Selena to a T right here. We'll end it with that. Healing heart in the reverse followed by love. She thinks that people are meant to heal her. I think in this relationship, she's going to learn that she needs to heal herself. Because I see her having moments where she's super triggered, and Benny could be like, let me help you, because I almost see her being like, it's like she's taken over the Justin role where it's like, now I'm the triggered one and you need to make me feel better. But Benny, I see him like walking out when she has those moments. It's like, I'm not going to deal with this. It's, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Call Me When You're Sober. So maybe she's drunk when she's having these fights. Why did I hear Call Me When You're Sober? Is there like blind items that Selena might have a drinking problem? Because drinking just keeps coming up for some reason. And I know you guys asked me about her mental health. And now I'm being drawn to my clear quartz, which is about, God, there's no such thing as coincidence. I swear to God. My clear quartz, which is about like clearing, right? It broke last night. And I was just drawn to it today. So I feel like she's trying to heal, but I feel a bit of fragmentation going on because it's like I'm trying to put myself back together, but the wounds of Justin's still there. And now I'm being drawn to, what is it? I think it's like an Asian thing where like you break a glass and then you refill it with gold and then it's beautiful even more than it was before. I'm butchering it. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. But it's giving me that vibe. It's like Selena will eventually come back home to herself. I think that it's going to take, obviously, time. She's going to be triggered by Benny for a little while. This relationship's going to last a while. I wouldn't be shocked if they last a couple years, to be honest with you. I just don't see her. And she's a Cancer, so I know a lot of Cancers that will cling on to something when it's already dead and gone. So I don't see this breaking up anytime soon. I think they're going to have to trigger the fuck out of each other until they hate each other, or until they're just not interested anymore, outgrow each other. Maybe if she heals enough, then, because when we heal, we're not a match to the people that we were around when we were healing. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. Wouldn't be shocking, given that you guys are following me. We're probably on the same sort of frequency. You ever notice that when you're healing, the people you used to be around just kind of don't mesh with you anymore? It's like you heal some layers of yourself and then you try to re-talk to the people from your past, and it's like, why does it feel like we speak a different language now? Why does it feel like there's a barrier here? It's because the energy has changed. You've leveled up. No one's better. It's just different energies. So you're up here, they're down here. I feel like eventually when Selena heals her shit, she's going to be up here and then she won't. It's almost like, you know how you suddenly get the ick after a long time of being with someone and you're like, I don't know why, but suddenly now I have an ick. It's because you healed something. Yeah, because now I'm being drawn to my clear quartz over here. God, there is just no such thing as coincidence. I'm telling you. I'm making a mess. Do you see how this whole thing is messy? I'm telling you, the relationship is messy. I'm having so much trouble. It's like my arms don't even work. Look at how, even though this is all clear quartz, I bought this. This should have been all clear quartz, but look, there's still an imperfection. So it's like I'm cleaning out myself, but there's still little fragments left, and I feel like Benny's getting the grunt of it. So I don't see this breaking up anytime soon because, again, I think when it's good, it's really good. I think the sex is really good. I think the makeup, intimacy sex is even better. I think that when Selena feels safe again, I feel like she really just enmeshes him in love. Like I see a bubble of yellow around him and it's like, oh my God, I feel so worshipped. So it's like, again, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. So yeah, I think that, I mean, if you suffer with bipolar, if you know someone with bipolar, then this probably makes sense to you. When she feels a little more lucid and feels a little more open and vulnerable, that's when she really lets him in and she falls into the relationship. But again, and Benny's just kind of like,
he's just giving me Pete Davidson energy. He's just around. Like I'm not picking much up on him, to be honest with you. I don't. Is he a burnout? Like he's just giving me burnout energy. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it at this because I think that we all just need to pray for what the hell's going on with all these celebrities. They're struggling, man. But we should pray for her mental health because I don't know what's going on with her, and I'm a little concerned about her drinking because I cannot shake that out of my head. I just see her in bed, like being angry and like scrolling on Instagram and drinking wine or maybe drinking whatever else. I don't know what she drinks, but I'm just seeing wine because that's what I usually see. And then just like drunk, angry scrolling and drunk, angry flipping out at Benny. I think that is alcohol her drug of choice? Like, is she someone who leans on alcohol? Is Benny someone who leans on weed? These could just be metaphors. I don't know. But it just seems like their coping habits are bad. They're not the best. Not saying that you can't lean on those things. Just make sure you lean on yourself before anything else. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest with you, because it just feels clumsy. This energy just doesn't make any sense. If I'm being real with you, I don't understand why they're together, though from a higher lens, I do. So, whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave it a like. It really does support my page. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. I'd love to have you here. Let me know down in the comments what you guys know. Is there any rumors that Selena's drinking? Because I can't shake that feeling. And I thought she had a kidney transplant. So, what's up, y'all? But anyway, if you guys want, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, just to let you guys know again, I'm about 7 to 10 days booked out in advance. So the sooner you reach out, the better. You can book with me through Facebook, Instagram, or my email, all in the description box. If you want any of the decks that I use, again, all in the description box below. But thank you guys so much for enjoying my page. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great weekend or whenever it is that you are seeing this. And I will see you guys next time. Peace and love, y'all. Love you. Bye.